Good evening, everyone. It's amazing to have you all here for today's demo. I truly appreciate your time and enthusiasm for learning here. Let's make the session interactive and valuable for you. So, before we start, can you all hear me clearly? If yes, please drop a thumbs up in the chat. Okay, okay. So, let me share my screen. So, welcome to AI&ML Unlocked, where we'll explore everything from the beginner Python to advanced machine learning concepts and deep learning concepts too. So I'm Meenakshi, your trainer for this AI course. I bring 9 years of experience with 4 years in the industry working across different domains and 5 years in teaching data science. I also hold a master's degree from Germany and I'm passionate about making AI concepts easy to understand, and I'm truly excited to guide you through this learning experience, and you'll get to know more about me as we move forward. So before we begin, let me quickly give you some important points about today's demo. I usually mention these points before the demo. Firstly, this course is going to be hands-on, interactive and practical, not just theory. And second obvious point is, why take this course when so much information is available online, right? My goal is to break complex concept into structured, easy to understand lessons. We'll start from the very basics and gradually build up, like making it accessible if even if you have never written a single line of code before. And next, feel free to use the chat or unmute the uh, audio to ask questions. And most importantly, by the end of this demo, I'm confident you'll walk away with valuable insights that make your time here truly worthwhile. So if you're ready, type I'm ready in the chat. Okay, great. So let's start with today's agenda. We are going to start with brief introduction to AI. Then we'll discuss why AI is so important. And then one of the most common question, like who can learn AI? And next we'll understand the terms like what is artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and generative AI. And we'll see how they differ with each other with simple examples. And then we'll take a look behind the scenes of ChatGPT. Like nowadays, we are all working with ChatGPT every day almost, and we are going to look behind the scenes of ChatGPT and get an introduction to large language models and talk a bit about transformers. And after that, we'll explore how AI can be fine-tuned using prompts. So we'll talk about prompt engineering and agent AI, which is like automated decision making, which plays a role in automated decision making with this agentic AI. While this generative AI was the big buzz in 2024, agentic AI is the next big thing in 2025. From 3 to 4 months, there's a lot of news about this agentic AI. So we'll see what this agentic AI actually is. So even like top CEOs are excited about this agentic AI these days. Then after this, we'll discuss the step-by-step roadmap to artificial intelligence. After the roadmap, we'll discuss the course curriculum details of this particular course. We'll cover the curriculum details, and then career opportunities in AI, and lastly, and the main important part, how this course will help your career. So let's start with the brief introduction of AI. So Harsha, do we get the slides to review later? You will be having the recording, Harsha, where you can watch the slides too. So, yeah, what is artificial intelligence? All right, let me ask you all a quick question. if artificial intelligence suddenly disappeared from your mobile phones, what would you miss the most? Let me repeat the question. Like, if artificial intelligence suddenly disappeared from your mobile phones, what would you miss the most? Because we all know, like, already we started using AI. So if AI, okay, I see Harsha. Okay, Face ID, yeah, Face ID, face recognition. Like, we have to type password each time we unlock the mobile. And what else we miss if there is no artificial intelligence at all? Any more answers? There will be spam overload if there is no AI. Maybe navigation issues. Yeah, interesting. So it's surprising how much we already rely on AI without even realizing it, right? So from unlocking our phones to getting instant recommendations, AI is everywhere. So what exactly is AI? Let me make it super simple with an example. Let's talk about this phase recognition itself. I'm sure all of you use a smartphone, right? And most of us use face recognition to unlock our phones. Now, recognizing faces is something humans naturally do. We see a face and instantly know who it is. But what's happening with your phone? Like, it's also recognizing your face and unlocking itself. That means a machine is performing a task that normally requires human intelligence. That's AI in action. Does that make sense? Now that like we have seen AI in action, let's break it down into some key abilities that make AI so powerful and human like. So like common characteristics of humans are like understanding, we understand each other, we do reasoning, learning, problem solving, and even communication. So these are all common characteristics of humans, right? Now when we said like AI is a simulation of human intelligence, so it should be able to do all this characteristics of human like understanding, reasoning, and so on. So let's start with understanding. So can you give me an example where AI understands and responds like a human? Any example of AI where AI understands like humans? Any examples? You can put it in the chat. Robot, okay. And mhm. So AI can understand and process human language and behavior. Let's take this example of Siri. Like, hey Siri, what's the weather like today? If you ask Siri a question, Siri understands your speech, processes the information, and responds with an accurate weather update. If you ask, like, what's the weather like today? That's AI working just like a human, understanding and responding, right? And then reasoning. So, for reasoning, any examples where AI does the reasoning? So, yeah, let's take the example of Google Maps. So, think about Google Maps. When you type in the destination, it doesn't just give you a random route, right? It analyzes the real time traffic, road conditions, and distance to figure out. So, that's AI doing the reasoning and then learning. So, AI learns from data and also improvise. Like every day, new movies gets added to Netflix, but we do get the recommendations correctly. So, it's learning every day and problem solving. AI finds optimal solutions quickly. So examples are like self-driving cars and communication again. So where we are already using this chatbots uh, like ChatGPTs and all. So AI isn't just one thing, right? It's all the combination of these abilities helping machines think and act like humans. Yeah. So once like we thought all these are human capabilities, but nowadays like machines are doing it already. So the next question is, why should I learn about AI? What are your thoughts? Why do you all want to learn AI? What are your reasons to learn AI? You can put it in the chat. Why should someone learn AI? Make life easier. Yeah, Harsha. It makes our lives easier. And what is the most obvious reason why we all want to learn AI? Market training, correct, Vishal. And so, like the first obvious reason we all want to learn AI is job opportunities, right? So, companies everywhere need AI talent now. So, there's a lot of demand in this particular field. So, it's job opportunities. So, it's not about learning a cool technology, but we all want job opportunities and then, yeah, better salaries. So, I think we don't need explanation for this job opportunities and better salaries. And one more reason to learn AI is high productivity, where, as you said, Harsha, for making the life easier. So, with AI, it helps businesses automate boring, repetitive tasks so employees can focus on creative, high impact works and predict future outcomes. Okay, correct. So, and professional growth. So we all want the professional growth, whether you are a student, fresher, or experienced professional. AI can take your career to the next level. It's not just for engineers again. It's for all domains like healthcare, finance, marketing, and even art. And you see the graph here. So AI is the future. The graph here shows how the world's biggest companies like Apple, Microsoft, Google are heavily investing in AI startups. It's a clear sign that more jobs are going to be created in this field. So the real question is not why should I learn AI, but are we ready to be part of it? So yeah, are you all ready to learn AI? Hmm. And the next obvious question is, who can learn AI? What do you think? Yeah, depends on how tough the math is, Harsha. Yeah, math is there in AI for sure. So, who can learn AI? So, let's talk about who can learn AI and ML. I know many of you might have questions here. I'll cover all common questions I usually get from students. After this, if you still have any questions, you can ask. So, yeah, do I need coding to learn AI and ML? So some answer is like some basic coding knowledge will be helpful, especially in Python, which is the most popular language for AI and ML. However, you don't need to be an expert before learning it because our course covers the basic of Python from the ground level. So even if you have never coded before, you'll be able to follow along. Yeah. And the next question, like the most obvious question, what if I'm not great at math? So answer is again, while some math of 10 standard level is required, if you have a math subject in 11th and 12th, it's a bonus, but you don't need to be a math expert to get started actually. For getting started, you don't have to be expert already. So we'll also dive into mathematical concepts behind AI machine learning models in this particular course. So for example, like you might have come across the slope concepts, the line equations and all. So we are going to cover up all those basics in this course also, and the most important eigenvectors and eigenvalues. So if we'll see what they actually mean and all. So we'll dive into math also in this particular course. So don't worry about math. So and we'll break this down in a way that it should make sense, right? So and the next question is like, can someone from a non-tech background learn A and ML? So answer is absolutely. A and ML are not just for tech experts. People from all kinds of backgrounds are learning these skills. And is age a factor in learning A and ML? What do you think? Is age a factor in learning A and ML? According to me, it's no at all, not at all, because whether you are in your 20s, 30s, or 40s or beyond, it's never too late to start learning. Many people switch careers later in life and find great success in A and ML. So now, many of you might be wondering, can I really learn AI? Answer is absolutely. The most important thing is to be curious and open to learning. You should be ready to experiment and not too afraid of making mistakes. So, and let me tell you something, like AI is for everyone. In fact, even nowadays, like grade 2 students now have artificial intelligence as part of their school syllabus already. So, who can learn AI? In summary, anyone with curiosity and a willingness to learn can get started with AI and ML, whether you have a tech background or non-technical. This course will guide you through the basics and build your skills step by step. So even the school students can learn artificial intelligence. And what is the right time to learn AI and ML? I would actually say right now. We are already late. So yeah. And I have a question here. What roles can we apply for after the conversation? Okay, we'll be covering about that too in the last Harsha. So we do talk about it. So we'll cover all the questions, Vishal, soon. And yeah, let's have an overview of AI. So before we dive deeper, let me ask you, how many of you have started hearing the term generative AI recently? Have you heard about this word generative AI? Yeah, right. I see, yes. Yeah, so from past 1 2 years, we started hearing about generative AI a lot, right? So almost everyone. It's been the buzzword since 1 to 2 years. But before we jump into generative AI, we need to understand artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning first. Why? Because these are the building blocks of AI engineering. If you want to work in AI, you should have complete clarity on these terms. So let's simplify it. So let's think of this as layers. So like in a Venn diagram, one inside the other. Like let's understand this AI, ML, deep learning with a Venn diagram. So if you think of it as a big circle, think of AI as a big circle, which we have discussed in the starting. Like it's a broadest concept. It's about making machines do tasks without human intervention. So inside AI, there's a subset called machine learning. So machine learning is a part of AI where machines learn from data to recognize patterns and make predictions. So let's see machine learning with an example here. We all use e-commerce websites for shopping, right? So let's take this popular site like Amazon. When we are shopping in it and we scroll down and see recommended items, do you think Amazon employees are writing codes for each and every single product? No, right? And every day, I guess thousands of new items gets added to Amazon. So like every day, thousands of items gets added to Amazon, right? So is it possible to write codes for every product? That's also a no, right? Yet we often receive accurate recommendations, and many times we end up buying from these suggestions. So that's machine learning algorithms at work. So Amazon system learns from past data like your browsing history, purchase behavior, and similar uses, etc., to suggest new items. So the algorithms are doing the job. And we are going to learn different machine learning algorithms, how they work, what is the math behind it. So let's not dive too deep about it right now, since you're going to learn all about soon in the course. And so once you see the machine learning, next is the deep learning. So deep learning is a subset of machine learning again. So to simplify deep learning, we can say like if ML is like teaching a kid to recognize fruits by showing thousands of pictures. Like if you have apple and banana, you can like teaching machine learning to recognize what is apple, what is banana. It's like showing thousands of pictures to it. But deep learning is when the kid starts learning on their own, not just by memorizing the patterns, but understanding the details like the texture of the fruit, the ripeness, and all. So, deep learning works like our brain, human brains. It has multiple layers of neurons that work together to recognize complex patterns. So, even the face unlock on your phone, self-driving cars detecting traffic signals, pedestrians, and all, Google Translate, all this use deep learning concepts. Actually, deep learning makes AI smarter and more human-like. So we'll see. Like you're going to learn when you cover the concepts, you'll get a clear understanding what is the main difference between machine learning and deep learning. But behind both machine learning and deep learning, it's the mathematical models. For deep learning, it's the complex mathematical models than machine learning. Yeah. Next, in deep learning, we have the generative AI. So we all started using ChatGPT, even the Midjourney, DALI, all this comes under generative AI. And if you think like what is the difference between traditional AI and generative AI? In traditional AI, models act like a detective, like they analyze only the past data and make the predictions based on the past data. In generative AI, it's like an artist who can create something new. It can create new content, like it can create the content. So uh, if you think like how generative AI works, it actually learns from massive amounts of data, even from books, images, music, and it finds patterns in that data too. But generative AI can use those patterns to create new content. For example, like if you show a AI millions of pictures of cat or dog or any fruit, it can generate a completely new picture that doesn't exist. We would have already experienced it, like we would have seen already how Gen AI creating human faces of who doesn't exist at all. And these days we started seeing Instagram videos, it becomes very difficult to identify if it's a AI generated video or the real uh, videos, right? So Gen AI can create new content. And if you have questions like, can anyone build their own generative AI? What do you think? Can we create our own generative AI models or yes, we can. Okay. So, yeah, the answer would be yes and no. You can fine tune existing models, but creating one from scratch requires huge amounts of data and powerful computing resources. Maybe you can still manage with little bit of data part, but having highly computational power resources is very expensive. So something only like big companies like OpenAI, Google, Meta can afford. But as AI engineers, we can learn how to use and customize these models or working companies where they are building it. So now we have seen AI, ML, deep learning, generative AI, but there is one more term which is data science. So now the question is, where does this data science fit into all this, right? So yeah, so before talking about data science, let me ask you all a question. For AI, for AI to work, what does it require? I mean, why do you think there is sudden boom in AI industry, though it was existing from long time? AI is not created right now; it was there before us. But suddenly, from few years, we see a lot of boom in AI industry. Why do you think sir, there's this sudden boom in AI? Yeah, why? Yeah, we can create models, but you we can create our own models, but the data has to be but we cannot create something close to ChatGPT because it's trained on lots and lots of data. So, but yeah, okay. due to generative AI, which can generate contents, image, etc. Vishal. Actually, like sudden boom of AI, it's because of the data. Before, per month, 1 GB internet was enough for us, but these days, like we are consuming around like 1000 GB per month, around approximately. So we are generating a lot of data every day. And again, there is a high improvement in the computational resources. So that's the reason suddenly there's a like lot of boom in AI. So before AI and ML or DL can do anything, we need high quality data. This is where data science actually comes in. It involves collecting, cleaning data, and finding patterns using statistics, math, and probability. So, preparing data for machine learning and deep learning models to learn effectively is very important. So, data science is the foundation that ties together with statistics, mathematics, and probability. So, actually, it overlaps with AI, ML, and DL because without clean and structured data, even the best AI models won't work. So we need structured data for the models, like the models to work. So yeah, let's have a quick summary of all of these terms. So AI is the broadest field covering all intelligent systems. Coming to machine learning, it's a subset of AI that learns from data. Deep learning is more advanced subset of machine learning that uses neural networks. And generative AI is the part of DL that focuses on creating new content. And mathematics and statistics, you can say like they are the backbone of artificial intelligence and machine learning. And data science ties everything together, integrating AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, statistics, and the domain expertise. So chat GPT. So this is like become the new Google search for everybody, right? So we have already talked about how AI has different levels. Now let's talk about this chat GPT for a bit. So I'm very much sure like every one of us are already using chat GPT every day. But do you know what's really happening behind the scenes in a higher level? Like I don't want you to go into deeper levels, but what do you think? Do you think like ChatGPT and regular chatbots are the same? Yes or no? The regular chatbots before we used to have before, are they same like the ChatGPT? No, correct. So, correct. They're not the same. And what do you think makes ChatGPT different from a regular chatbot now? It's correct that they are not same. But what do you think makes ChatGPT different from a regular chatbot what we used to do, we used to have? Okay, correct. ChatGPT trained on huge amount of data. Okay, correct, Vishal. So the old school chatbots, the ones on websites that give robotic replies, they follow pre-written scripts. They can't really think. But ChatGPT, it's different. It generates responses dynamically, understands the context, and even holds meaningful conversations. So it's become a new Google search. So we can say ChatGPT is an AI chatbot that interacts like a human. It's designed to understand what you type and respond in a way that makes sense. And even it remembers the previous messages in a conversation. So, and ChatGPT is powered by an LLM, large language model built on deep learning's transformer architecture. Don't worry if you are hearing for the first time what is LLM and what is deep learning's transformer architecture. So, let's have a quick introduction about it. But if you're hearing for the first time, don't get overwhelmed with all this new terminology which you are getting in between. It's just the first demo session, so you'll understand everything soon. So yeah, so before we talk about this LLM transformer, who here knows what GPT stands for? What is GPT? Full form of GPT? Yeah, what uh, what is GPT?
May I?
Yeah,
A generative pre-trained transformer.
correct, correct. It's generative pre-trained transformer. So let's break this full form down. Generative, right? This means ChatGPT can generate text, code, images, and more based on your inputs. So it's not retrieving the stored answers, it's creating new responses. Pre-trained. ChatGPT has been trained on massive amounts of text from books, articles, news, whatnot. Think of it like reading thousands of books before talking to you. Then transformer. This is a special deep learning model that helps ChatGPT understand text, detect patterns, and predict the next word in a sentence. For example, like, yeah, let's go a little deeper into transformer. Let's simplify this actually. So imagine you are reading a book. We don't read one word at a time very slowly, right? Our brain looks at the whole sentence and understands the meaning instantly. So if there are any common mistakes, our brain automatically corrects it. Like we ignore those small mistakes if any mistakes are present in a sentence. For example, if we have a jumble sentence like to the park, won't you go? What do you understand by this? If I just say like to the park, won't you go? It's a jumble sentence, but still we are able to get the meaning, right? Do you want to go to the park? You didn't just look at one word at a time, you understood the whole sentence. That's exactly how transformers work in artificial intelligence. Instead of analyzing words one by one, they look at all the words together and figure out which ones are most important. For example, like if there is one more sentence, like the bank is next to the river, the word bank means something different than when I say the sentence, I deposited money in the bank. So now the uh, Cha- it's a transformer which helps AI to figure out the right meaning based on the context. That's why ChatGPT gives smart human-like responses. It has to understand which bag I'm referring to. If there are any jumble sentence, it's able to understand it. All this is done by the transformer. So this is the higher level introduction about transformer. It's a deep learning architecture. So don't get confused with it right now. And then we have something called LLMs. So LLMs are the brains behind ChatGPT. So these are AI models that have been trained on huge amounts of data, millions of books, articles, and conversations. So so that they can understand and generate human-like text. So the popular LLMs like GPT-4, Gemini, Cloud, Llama, you would have heard about all these popular LLMs. So now when I spoke about LLM and then transformer, now the question you'll like most people get confused here, like what is LLM versus transformer? What's the difference? So let's have a simple analogy for this. Think LLM as the whole AI system and transformer as the engine which powers it. Like maybe LLM like a whole car and transformer is the car's engine. So for now, if you don't understand anything at all, don't worry. You just think like LLM is like the whole car for the chat GPT. Transformer is the engine of that particular car. So yeah, let's not get confused with more information here. So you'll understand all soon. So yeah, so while we talk about ChatGPT, the next common question is how do we get the best answers from ChatGPT? How do you get best answers from ChatGPT?
We have to give proper prompt, like
Correct,
yeah, a detailed, proper prompt.
correct. We have to give the correct inputs to get the required outputs, right? We call it prompt engineering. So after this launch of ChatGPT, there has been huge boom in AI development. So we have already discussed about generative AI, how it creates new content, but how do this AI models work? They are trained on large data sets, right? They generate responses based on that training. There are two important key points here. which determine how well this generative AI models work. One is training data, on what type of data they are trained on. So the AI must be trained on high quality, unbiased data. So this again is not in our control. The training data is not in our control, but the input we give for the model to get the output, it's in our hand. So it will only give give good results if we provide clear and precise inputs. We call this inputs prompts, which is in our hands. Giving good input gives us the good output. That's where prompt engineering comes in. So yeah, better input equal to better output, you can say. And companies have also realized this, and like if you go to LinkedIn and type prompt engineering, you'll see like more than 3000 plus jobs. And the good thing is that it's not there like 4 or 5 years before. It's a new emerging field. So mostly freshers find like a lot of jobs in prompt engineering. So, and there is no structured course for this. Like there is no particular curriculum or structured syllabus for prompt engineering. It's very evolving topic. And but companies are hiring to try, like, because uh, most AI tools work on a token based system. Every word in a prompt costs money for them. The longer the conversation, the more expensive it becomes. So companies want short, precise and effective prompts to get the best results while using fewer tokens. So that's why like companies want to hire prompt engineers who can optimize AI interactions. So yeah, saves cost, high job demand. That's the reason it matters. Prompt engineering matters. And why you should learn is that it's a rapidly growing field, and freshers mostly have a lot of jobs in this particular field. And like it's useful for everyone. Like just like we all need to know how to use Google search, in the future everyone will need to know prompt engineering, not just for jobs but also to make money using AI tools. So we all need to learn prompt engineering. So yeah, and next is agentic AI. Anybody heard about agentic AI already? Yeah, okay, nice. So prompt engineering helps AI give better responses. But what if AI could go beyond just answering? That's where this agentic AI or agent AIs comes in. Agent AIs doesn't just respond; it can think, plan, and take actions. So how is it different? How is this agent AI different in the sense like it can search the web, automate tasks, and make decisions for us? And to be technical, it's like LLMs plus external tools. Like they uh, LLMs together with external tools like browsers, APIs, databases, etc. Is they use this. Yeah, let's not go into more technical here. You can say like more like a personal AI assistant that can handle tasks. For example, like if you ask what's the weather like today for ChatGPT, it just gives you what's the weather like. If you have an AI agent created, it checks the weather, suggests an umbrella if needed, and it will also book a ride if it's raining for you. So it's like a personal assistant for us. So yeah, so agent AI is the emerging topic from 3 to 4 months. So 2025. So agent AI is evolving actually. So yeah. So we have an example here. You can go through it, like how agent AI works. So let's have a summary here. So LLMs, like the brain of AI model. Prompt engineering, the language to communicate with that particular AI brain. Agent AI is autonomous systems using prompts plus reasoning for tasks. So yeah, and we have like text to text, text to video, text to music, code generation, 3D and design AI. So we have put in little examples of like tools examples here for all the different mediums here. So now let's talk about the roadmap of data science. So we have all the introduction about artificial intelligence. Let's talk about the roadmap. So we are going to cover the foundations first. Like we'll begin with basic Python, which is the backbone of data science. Next, we are going to cover the NumPy, Pandas, libraries, and then data visualization. So we'll cover all the important topics of statistics, probability, math required for the data science, and SQL. Actually, SQL we are not going to have live classes. You are going to get the recordings for SQL, and then exploratory data analysis. EDA is where we analyze the data sets, clean data, and uncover insights. It's an important step before applying machine learning. So once you cover till here, freshers can apply for data analyst roles already. And after EDA, we are going to learn. So once we understand data, we move to machine learning, where we build models that classify, predict, and find patterns in data. After machine learning, we are going to touch the deep learning topics, which is an advanced form of machine learning dealing with neural networks. Beyond deep learning, there is this Gen AI and Agent AI. So soon we are launching a new course on generative AI also. Uh, However, to truly understand generative AI, you need a strong foundation in the topics we cover here. Like while anyone can use Gen AI tools actually, but understanding how they are created and work requires in-depth knowledge of data science and deep learning. So that's why this course is your first step. Like you have to cover all this, then comes the Gen AI, Agent AI. Without mastering these concepts, learning generative AI will only be surface level. So, but here's the exciting part is we are going to cover prompt engineering in this course. So we are going to have prompt engineering, which is a like highly in demand skill. So we'll cover prompt engineering too, and then uh, so yeah, we have put in an explanation of the curriculum. Like I'll just show you the curriculum in detail too. So here, yeah, so we'll start with Python fundamentals and then do the exploratory data analysis where we understand the process of preparing and profiling data to ensure the quality of the data. And we are going to perform univariate and bivariate analysis to identify patterns and relationships and apply feature engineering techniques. All this we'll do in the exploratory data analysis. So, and we'll cover NumPy and Pandas for data manipulation and use Matplotlib. All these are the famous tools for data visualization. And then we are going to have strong mathematical foundation, which is required for data science. We are going to cover linear algebra, which is like backbone of ML, uh, even for deep learning. So which is the fundamental for machine learning algorithms and calculus. So we are going to see how the derivatives and all this works. And after mathematics, statistics. We'll cover the distributions in the statistics, and machine learning will cover all the important machine learning regression and classification algorithms. And then we'll go for deep learning, where we are going to see the ANN. And generative AI, we are going to talk about the advancements in generative AI in the end, and we'll uh, understand the overview of AI models, because we need like 3 to 4 months to cover generative AI topic again. But we are going to see the advancements of Gen AI. We're going to cover some tools of Gen AI, and then the prompt engineering. Like we'll understand prompt engineering and its role in AI interaction. Let me just show you the clear curriculum, which I'll be sharing the link also. So we'll start with introduction to ANML, and we'll cover the programming basics of Python. We'll start with why Python. We'll start with the very basics of what are data types, variables, and we are not going to have all this with theory. We are going to you are going to code along with me, and then we are going to cover Python data structures and functions like list, dictionary, tuples, set. I'm going to share this link with you all too, and you'll get this curriculum details on the main website of Isha too. And the NumPy, Pandas. So you can go through this Word document by yourself. We are going to see Matplotlib, C1, and the important library SciPy, and then the module 9 exploratory data analysis. So mathematics, statistics, and machine learning, then the deep learning, all the machine learning models, and we are going to have prompt engineering. And as an add-on, you are going to get the recordings of SQL. So I'll share the link of the curriculum in the chat. Harsha, is ChatGPT an agent AI? No, actually, agent AI, yeah. So skills you acquire. So you're going to have a different skills, like you're going to have data pre-processing, Keras. You're going to all this learn all this in this particular course, pandas, data visualization, and all. So next is DS career opportunities, data science career opportunities. So there are different career opportunities like data scientist roles, machine learning engineers, data analysts, so data engineer, AI specialist. So tomorrow we'll see a clear explanation about this different careers. Like we'll have a little depth talk about this topic, career opportunities, and then we'll start with Python actually. So again, like it's Gen AI scientist now, right now, like from 1 2 years. Before it was only data scientist. Now they are uh, having new roles like prompt engineers, data Gen AI scientists, Gen AI developers. Yeah. So next, how will this course help your career? So let's talk about how this course will help you and why it's a fantastic investment in your future. So this course is actually well structured 5 months hands-on program. We start with the basics of Python. Even if you have never written a line of code, don't worry, this course is designed to be hands-on and easy to follow, and will gradually move to advanced machine learning concepts. So we'll increase the complexity step by step. So you will be working on real world projects that help solidify your understanding and make your learning experience more engaging and practical. So it's like project based learning. It's not like definitions and theory. So we are going to take the data sets, work on it, and then learn the concepts. So we'll have interactive sessions where you can ask questions and get immediate feedback. And you will be coding alongside with me. So it's like having a uh, like hands-on practice, and we would be having bi-weekly assignments for practice. And main importantly, this course is so straightforward that even a 10th grade student can understand it. So you'll have hands-on experience with data visualization, data analysis, which are very crucial for any data-driven roles. So you'll be completing projects which you can showcase on your portfolios. And if you are ready to take the first step towards a bright future, this is a course for you. And let's embark on this learning journey together. Harsha is asking how long is the course for? It's around like 4 to 5 months. So 5 months. And tomorrow we'll start with the basics of Python already. So make sure you have your laptop ready with an internet connection. So Google Colab is where we'll be working. Like you don't need to worry about installing softwares and all. If you already have it, it's good. But if you don't have very good laptops, don't worry, because we are going to work on Google Colab. And if you don't know what Google Colab, that's also a new issue. You're going to see what Google Colab is tomorrow. It's good for working with Python, machine learning, and data science. It is connected to online servers, so no need of installing anything onto your system. And every class, you will have all the theory in Colab already, so you can concentrate on activities and practice alongside with me without worrying much about taking notes and missing out. So you can have complete attention on coding along with me. You don't have to worry about taking notes and all, because theory is everything put it on the Google Colab. So you really don't have to again. Yeah. So you can give your full attention for coding. So now I'll open the floor for any questions. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask. So yeah, I hope. Is it 1 hour per day on weekdays? Yes, Harsha, it's planned for 1 hour per day on weekdays, Monday to Friday. Before we used to have it for 1.5 hours, but yeah. Any more questions? Tomorrow we'll be meeting on the same time, 8:30. Okay. So what's the expectation after the course? So you'll be able to apply roles of machine learning engineers. So once we complete exploratory data analysis, you can start applying for data analyst roles already. So in 2 to 3 months, you can start applying jobs already. So these are the foundational topics for artificial intelligence. There is artificial intelligence is very dynamic. It's evolving every day. A lot of new topics emerging, but these are the foundational topics of AI. You need to know all this to go further. Like these are the yeah. How can we keep up with the trends? Once you enter this particular field, once you know what is deep learning, machine learning, then you'll able to understand what are the trends, and you'll be able to understand like what is actually happening. So yeah, if you don't have any questions, you can drop and we can meet you all tomorrow. Okay, thank you.
Can I ask a question? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Uh, there's a lot of disturbance on your end, Abhishek. I'm not able to hear it properly. Okay. Well, first 5 minutes was only the introduction, Harsha, but you'll be getting the video recording of it. And my name is Meenakshi. Okay, thank you. So see you tomorrow if you don't have any questions. Yeah.